There's a new wave of names making their mark in season 2018, and with 4 different winners from as many races, it's no wonder the fans are pouring into this iconic venue. Hi everyone and welcome to the Grand Prix of Long Beach for rounds 5 and 6 of the Speed Energy Stadium Super Trucks today on CBS Sports. I'm Matt Nolte along with Sean Sermony, and Sean, Long Beach is our longest running street course on the series, and over the years it's turned on some great racing.
Yeah, it absolutely has, and not just great racing, but great competitors over the years. How cool is this? How about Matty Brabham? Matt Brabham winning here last year. I'm looking that he's going to run really well. But we go all the way back like 30 years ago. His dad has won here several times in different classes, raced here in IndyCar as well. So, I mean, we're going back several generations of racers, a lot of great talent from all over the world here in motorsports. And we bring them here, we put them in super trucks and run them right on the streets of Long Beach. It's pretty wild.
He's one of 14 drivers we got in the field here this weekend looking to make their mark over 2 big races around these concrete canyons. It's time to go racing.
As here we are, we got them gridded up and ready to rock, ready to roll here in the streets of Long Beach. As you see there's the Speed Energy girls out there ready to go here. So exciting stuff. We said this is a great course, always makes for excellent racing here in Long Beach. We're on board with Robbie Gordon. One of the longest, fastest sections in all of Stadium Super Trucks racing is down Seashore Drive here, as they are wide open third gear, pinned out over 150 miles an hour. Then have hard brake into this turn section right here. One big 90-degree turn as they go around into a bit of a sweeper. Now they're told, hey, stay out of the flowers, stay out of the bushes as they go around the fountain. Does that work? Not normally. Most of the drivers grow a bit of a green thumb going through that section here. So a tight section with switchbacks right to left, hard 90-degree turns. Then they start to get on the gas a little bit. Now back on the binders, back down to second gear, hard 90. Fast section here. Coming up though, it's all about your entry going into this next turn right here. This is more than a 90-degree to the left here. This is very extreme left. You see Robbie Gordon, he goes way to the outside, gets on the handbrake just a little bit. Right there, so that gets you around 7. And a big jump down, Pine Ave right here. Now we get into a hard 90-degree right. This is a wide open section. This is straight underneath the convention center, wide open. If you're in that area listening, the sound of the motors are just bellowing off the walls right here as they are just pinned out. We see a lot of big braking mistakes right here. A lot of shadows in the track coming underneath the convention center. A lot of mistakes are made right here in this very section. Hard braking, 90 left, one more jump underneath this bridge, and then just a big sweeper. We see a lot of trucks bicycling here, a lot up on 2 wheels. You see Robbie Gordon almost doing the same right there, hard up on 3. And right here, a lot of bumping, a lot of grinding right here in the last and final turn. This is turn 11. You see, stays in second gear, wide open, gags the throttle, boom, there's ramp number 1. Toto Tires ramp number 2, lands, shift into third gear, and dropping the pedal all the way down that front stretch. And that there, folks, is a lap here in Long Beach.
And here's how the points look after we arrived back from Adelaide at the previous event of the championship. Matt Brabham's now leading the championship from Gavin Harlan. Ari Leindijk third. Back to Robbie Gordon and Cole Potts. Let's take a look at the grid, though, for round 5 of this year's Speed Energy Stadium Super Trucks. An inversion from qualifying gives Ari Leindijk Jr. a pole position alongside Eric Davis, who's back in the field. Bill Hines and Troy Didi on the next row. Davey Hamilton Jr. back in the field alongside Abdali Lopez. Aaron Bumbach and Paul Morris, your defending champion. Cole Potts and Blade Hildebrand, the 2 rookies off the 5th row. Back to Harlan and Hoffman, and Brabham and Gordon starting from the back. Brabham with the orange background there, indicating he's your series leader in Speed Energy Stadium Super Trucks.
And here we are on board with Robbie Gordon. As you saw, 14 trucks in this field, the biggest field we've seen in a long time. Cole Potts right there in the HallmarkTrust.com number 60. He's ready to rock. He's had a great opening season. And there's Abdali Lopez, the number 18, the Speed Energy RPM Off-Road. And, of course, Ari Leindijk Jr. in the number 25 sitting on the pole, which is bad news for everyone else.
It's an enormous crowd here today. It's a special moment, the 100th race of the Speed Energy Stadium Super Trucks. As we get set, Ari's decided to go a little bit early here. And Ari needs to back this truck up, so a little bit trigger happy from the United Fibre and Data number 25. Now, will he stay or will we go green? The flag is about to drop. He pulls the truck back into position, and now we go. And now we get underway here, and he almost backs into his teammate Bill Hines, but the 14 trucks get going here in race number 1. We head down to that chicane.
The most unusual start I've seen here in the history of Stadium Super Trucks. When the flagger brought it to the 15-second marker, Ari got a little jumpy and took off, got back in line just in time, as there he is, the number 25 United Fiber and Data of Ari Leyendyk Jr. He leads the pack over always evolving Eric Davis in P2. And as I mentioned, 14 trucks, not 10, not 12, 14, the biggest field we've seen in years here in Stadium Super Trucks. So that's going to be a lot of paint swapping going on here. How many of those 14 finish, it's hard to tell, because it's going to get really aggressive. This is a tight section of the track here, as we saw earlier. We've seen a lot of contact over the years here in Long Beach.
Everybody's behaving themselves on the first of 10 laps around here. The competition caution to come up during this race. But Leyendyk Jr. leads Eric Davis down into Pine Avenue. Bill Hines, our recent winner, a brand new winner in the series back at Lake Elsinore earlier this year. So they hook through the left-hander. It's the first big ramp around this nearly 2-mile course.
Now we're going into this section here. This is turn 8 coming up. As I mentioned, braking is a big issue coming in between turn 8 going into turn 9. They're in a big pack right now. I think we're going to see a lot of smoke coming off the tires. We should see some mistakes in this section. You're going to see a lot of passing happen right here, especially in lap 1 where they're so tight. And
the light change underneath there. Oh, speaking of changes, look at down the bottom here for Eric Davis, just pulling up that always evolving number 75 as the field stack up. That additional 2 trucks makes it look very busy out there.
It certainly does. There is Abdali Lopez. He is hot on the heels of Troy Deedy in the 441. Smoke off the tires of Hines. Hines has a window net down in the number 57. That is going to, we're wondering to see if race control sees that. They might call the red flag or give him a black flag possibly to get that window up. There's big airtime. These guys jumping almost 300 feet off that Toyo Tires ramp here, almost the distance of a football field, as they are all packed up 3 wide. Baumbach to the outside. Dude to the inside. Troy Deedy about to get the Malachi crunch.
The speed down this straight is incredible, but it's pulling these trucks up for this tight left-hander in turn number 1. Look at Baumbach in the Strategic Staffing Solutions number 3, the man from Rochester and Michigan. Down the inside, they bang panels. Harlan was lucky to get away with that one. There's Cole Potts in the field as down into this turn 2, 3, and 4 chicane we go.
Oh boy, 3 wide. Look at Deedy stacking them up. The 441 stacking these guys up. We got 47 to Hoff. His fit's peeling up already. He got caught up in that. Deedy got in there, braked a little early. Everyone said, whoa, what's going on? And they all kind of got into each other. We're only on lap number 2, and we've got hoods bent all up. A lot of wild stuff right there. As we see, we're on board right now with Gavin Harlan. He is looking back at Aaron Baumbach. Aaron Baumbach running well. And there is Potts. He is hard on the brakes right there, going into this number 6, into number 7 turn. I said that's a very extreme, fast turn right there. You see these guys going wide to the right off that Toyo Tires jump, letting the truck unload to the inside. Oh, Potts are on the outside. Hoffman gets a little bit of contact from Deedy, I believe, on board with Troy Deedy right now in the 441. He follows in the draft behind Hoffman. Hoffman's got his hood pushed up in his face.
A lot of damage on the front of that 47. Oh, Lopez locks the rears, and that Speed Energy number 18 down into the right-hander. So we pick up the leaders. There's Hines running back in 3rd still. Here's Davis, and we've got the 52 of Davey Hamilton Jr., who's back in the field. We haven't seen him since the middle part of last year. As the leaders come out to complete another lap. Man, Ari Leyendyk has got a good lead here.
That's what we said earlier. When Ari's sitting up on the pole, that's bad luck for him in qualifying, but he's got a guy, he's got so much speed, so much talent. When he's starting up front and everyone else is dealing with this, what we're seeing right now, that gives a guy like that an opportunity to start checking out.
That's the shot of the trucks landing there. Through the right-hander, high-speed approach. Lopez under siege from the 2 United Fiber and Data trucks are on board with your defending champion, Paul Morris, trying to make the door open here as his teammate, Gavin Harlan, goes around the outside here into turn 1.
Harlan the outside, then Morris dives to the inside. He makes that pass stick. They are now in front of Abdali Lopez. Then we see, I believe, in P2 right now, that is Hamilton Jr. Davis, and always evolving right behind him in P3. Now we're on board with Paul, the Dude Morris. Morris, a good shot back at Lopez. Lopez, quiet guy in the paddock, an animal on the track. You see him right now in the RPM off-road speed truck. Really kind of super squirrely a few weeks ago in Elsinore, but he's really fast there. He can be squirrely and feel comfortable. This is not the place to be doing that at 150 miles an hour.
Not at all. Baumbach goes down the inside out to make that pass stick. Robbie Gordon starting to slice his way through the field from the back. He's up to 10th position behind Hoffman and ahead of Cole Potts out there in that HallmarkTrust.com number 61 of 2 rookies. running full time. You see, contact down here at turn 8. Bumbuck has gone around. The Hoff has nowhere to go.
Potts got into Hoffman, it looked like, just a little bit. It's hard to tell at first glance. It looked like Baumbach, he was all on his own. Hoffman's doing his thing. I think Potts maybe just barely touched the Hoff. Got the Hoff into Baumbach, and so the only one that got out of that somewhat unscathed is Cole Potts, as he even got on the binders a little bit. Here we are on board with Abdali Lopez going around this sweeping turn. That's turn 10 right there as they're going into 11. So a lot of contact right here in turn 11 as we're expecting. But let's take a moment here. Let's go back and see exactly what happened. We slowed it down. Potts, number 60, gets into the 47 to Hoff. Hoff gets into Baumbach. Baumbach just misses Gordon. Both get into the wall a little bit there. Wild ride, and there's Cole Potts. Here we are. I'm Cole Potts. I'm good. I'm good. On the inside. Can I make it work? I don't know. I just touched my buddy. Just touched him. And that's all it needs.
This is from Hoffman going down the right-hander as he gets a buzz. Like a dominoes effect, wasn't it? And Bumbuck facing the wrong direction, had to go back up Pine Avenue the wrong way to turn the number 3 back around. That's the view, first to second. We've got second, third, and fourth. Hamilton Jr. going down the inside of Bill Hines and taking Gavin Harlan with him.
So there is Jr. to the inside, Harlan to the outside now in that sweep and turn. Not quite where Hamilton would want him to be. Hamilton still gets a nose on him, keeps him to the outside a little bit. Keeps Harlan where he needs him to be, so Harlan could not strike there. Where Hamilton Jr., Harlan behind him. Looks like we are still Hines with the window net down. I can't believe they haven't thrown a black flag for him yet. Hines knows it's down, it's obvious, he doesn't care, he's just getting it right now.
And race control is on that side of the truck too, which is bad news for him as Harlan trying to go the long way around here on Hamilton Jr. We're coming up towards the first of our competition cautions here in this round of Spin Energy Stadium Super Trucks. That was a key moment to send for Harlan going down the inside of Hamilton Jr.
And there is your competition yellow. That is your first mandatory comp caution. That being said, a lot of laps left to go racing here in the Long Beach Grand Prix. We'll be right back with you in just a little bit.
Stadium Super Trucks on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by Toyo Tires. We are Toyo, all or nothing. And by KMC Wheels, precision for imprecise environments.
Well, as ever, Long Beach is turned on in style. Here's a great party atmosphere. We always enjoy coming to this race, don't we?
Absolutely do. You know, year after year it just gets better and better. It's such a fun family atmosphere. So much going on, a lot of great stuff. But speaking of great stuff, we got something special for you right around the corner here. Robbie Gordon had an opportunity to speak to us about his new Textron off-road vehicle.
2 weeks ago, we actually launched the Articat XX. This is a car that we originally designed for Articat. Now Textron owns it, and it's called the Textron Off-Road XX. It's been released to the dealers. We got it here at Long Beach Grand Prix on display. We're also going to use it for the pace car here at Long Beach. When I designed the car originally, I wanted to have a good feeder series for SST. So I feel that this car is durable enough that we can run it in some of our stadium races. Obviously, there's people racing them in desert, but it's not just a race car. This thing's built like a race car, but can be an average day, everyday consumer UTV. What we've learned with the SST trucks and the Baja trucks over the years, I've been able to incorporate a lot of those designs into the UTV, which if you look how the Textron flies compared to the others, it's front high, altitude out there, quite a long ways in distance. Suspension's completely different than what's out there in the market. Pretty much in the beginning, we were handed an engine, a gearbox, and a front diff. From there, we kind of had free reign to design the body, the suspension, the chassis. We worked in collaboration with those guys, and we got probably what I think is the coolest car out there in the UTV market.
It really is an exciting time in Spin Energy Stadium Super Trucks as this series continues to get bigger and bigger. The first competition caution is done, and we're set to go racing in the second segment of this 100th race in the series history as we go back to green flag racing.
We're off and running, 5 to go here in the streets of Long Beach. Troy Deedy, he gets sideways off those ramps, almost puts it into the wall right there. There is a great overhead shot. That is Brabham and Davis right there going at it. Look at, we got one hood shoved way up. It's hard to see from a distance, but that's a lot of race.
Hines, where's Hines going? Straight down the escape road and lucky not to take 1 or 2 trucks with him.
Wow, Bill Hines, but if he lost his brakes or something had happened there, or maybe slipped his foot off the brake pedal, but what a flyby. So lucky he didn't get anyone else. We're gonna go back so you can grab another quick look at this. Here we are on board with Hines. Hines like, oh no, oh no, oh no. just goes smoking by. We see him shaking his head a little bit there. Not overly excited with that. So
putting back a ton of positions now as Gordon and Hamilton Jr. go at it down here into turn number 6. And a little turn left 7 here that takes you over the Toyo Tires ramp. Lyndyke Jr. continues to lead, but Harlan is close on the back of him now, and Gordon from 14th finds himself inside the top 4 already.
There's been just so much pinballing going on so far in this race, and Robbie Gordon is the king of staying out of the nonsense. I bet you his truck looks clean on the outside as well. As we're on board with Abdali Lopez right now, he is behind Cole Potts. Potts is pulling up next to Eric Davis, as we talked a lot about outbreaking one another in this section here. Smoke off of Davis's tires, smoke off of Abdali's. Cole Potts says, hey man, I'm calm, I'm cool, I'm collected, as he moves up another position.
They were 3 wide going down the backside of the circuit into the hairpin. The 2 UFD trucks lead us out of this unbelievably tight hairpin to complete another lap of this race. So much to play out here still as the field is stacked up at the hairpin.
Look at, there is DeVilbiss, number 83. That is Matty Brabs with his hood shoved up. We didn't see exactly where that happened, but as we mentioned earlier on the earlier laps here, a lot of contact going on. Troy Didi getting into some different things, breaking people pretty hard there. So a lot of different things happen, and that's a long race for Matt Brabham when you're wide open on these straightaways and you can't see where you're going.
2 guys out in front right now that are yet to post wins, as Morris now has the Bill Hines syndrome going to turn number 1, tags the wall. In fact, that's a messy spin, and it's collected by Hoffman now.
Oh boy, Bill Hines a lap before, now Paul the Dude Morris in the same spot on this lap. Both these guys having big braking problems. He collects his teammate, the Hoff has nowhere to go. Dude gets into the tires, bounces back out, Hoff gets collected. Here we are, on board with the Dude. He gets into the tire wall, bouncing back out, a lot of rebound, boom, there's your teammate, the Hoff. So lucky didn't collect anyone else. Here we are on board with Jeff Hoffman. Out of room. Where am I going to go, man? I can't do anything about it. I got to get into you. Sorry about that, dude. Here we are with Cole Potts. He sees the whole thing unfold. Cole goes to the inside. He's like, that's a bummer, but I'll take that spot from the both of you. So Cole Potts moves up 2 positions.
You get the feeling Hoffman was going to hit the wall regardless of if Morris was going to be there. He was locking up coming in, so we're going to change the lead now. Changing the lead here at turn number 9, and Gavin Harlan puts it down the inside. So still UFD trucks 1 and 2. Now Lyndyke goes back into 2nd, and guess who's right on the bumper?
Lyndyke moves back a spot. Robbie Gordon in that Toyo Tires number 7 moves up into P3, starting all the way back in the 14th spot. Looks like Lyndyke Jr., he gets a little sideways. Gordon's gonna try to capitalize on that. Harlan way out in the lead right now, pulling a big lead on those guys as they slow each other down. Gordon, can he make the pass? Not quite sure if he did yet. There goes Matty Brabham. He's in the mix now. Some of the fastest guys at Speed Energy Stadium Super Trucks are out in front with just a handful of laps left to go.
Oh no, that's Lopez. Lopez on his side, and it appears he's been tripped over by the ramp, the 2nd ramp at least, and now the Speed Energy number 18 is on its side, and the red flag has come out. That could be a key moment in this race for Gavin Harlan.
Absolutely, it could. That could be the deciding factor. Here we are. There is.
Oh, no.
Hildebrand. Oh, everyone going nice and clean. Getting over it, and Abdali Lopez, he gets a little sideways off the Hawk Performance. What a great shot of it there. Wild ride for him. Luckily, it didn't look like the roll cage or anything hit too hard. Here we are on board. Sideways. I'm going this way. I'm going that way. Oh, and this bearing in the talent column blew out right there as he gets up into the wall.
Here's the view from Cole Potts. The HallmarkTrust.com entry goes across the top. He misses the scene of the crime there as the Spin Energy number 18 is on its side, and Abdali Lopez climbs out of truck number 18 in front of this really loud crowd. We'll head to a break with Harlan, Gordon and Lyndyke, your top 3 under Reds here at Long Beach. We're back at Long Beach. Some of these amazing shots. The crowds are absolutely jammed in against the fences here at Long Beach once again as this capacity field of stadium super trucks have been wowing the crowds. The red flag is still out here at the moment. The trucks are just cruising around to a stop on the backside of the circuit with Harlan, your leader. That big moment for Abdali Lopez has brought out the red in the middle of this race.
That's right, Abdali. It looks like we're going to take another look at it here and show you exactly, if you weren't in with us a few minutes ago. Here's Abdali Lopez. Oh, 2 tires doesn't do it. You need all 4 off the ramp. We've tested it numerous times in the past. No one's been successful as Abdali Lopez, the RPM Off-Road Speed Energy Toyo Tires machine, is in the wall and upside down. And there is the Long Beach Grand Prix staff getting that truck rolled over.
It was very similar to Craig Dontis's crash last year at Perth in Western Australia, and oh no, They have decided to wave the checkered flag. Can you believe this?
It looks like they are out of time, taking more time than necessary to get that truck rolled over onto all fours. But there's your winner, and a W is a W for the number 55 of Gavin Harlan.
And he'll take the win, his very first win in Speed Energy Stadium Super Trucks. It's our 5th different race winner in as many races this year. Robbie Gordon scores another top 3, and Ari Leindyke Jr. completes that top 3. Let's check in with a brand new winner.
I am beyond stoked. This is definitely my favorite track, so to come out here and win it, first race of the weekend, could not have started the weekend any better. I mean, there was that wreck at the end and got cut a little short, but I'll still take it as a solid win. I mean, I made so many passes, came from 11th all the way up there, so anything could have happened with Robbie behind me those last 3 laps, but I'll take it, and I'll go out in there and get another win tomorrow, hopefully. We had a good little battle going there. It's pretty cool because we have the same exact truck, so the fans probably loved it. Just went outside in those 2 corners, 8 and 9, got on the inside of him, hit the jump side by side, and then I knew he was going to try to go on the inside, save the line, so I just outside-hit him again and got a run down the straightaway. But he's a really good competitor. I love racing against him. And got to thank UFT Racing, Live, Road Pod, everybody out there, and Clayton, my dad. And I dedicate this race to my sister. She has autism, and it's Autism Awareness Month, so this one's for her.
Attaboy, kid. Great driver, great talent. There are our points after round 5 right now. Matty Brabham up top. Let's take a moment to go down and speak with our 3rd place finisher.
No, it was good going side by side over the jump with Robbie. Shame we couldn't finish the race. I know that we had that red flag situation, but the truck was good. I was just kind of conserving because I knew we had another segment afterwards. But really, big thank you to UFD for having me come out. We had a blast today. We got 2 trucks in the top 3, so hopefully tomorrow we can start. We'll probably start somewhere mid-pack, and hopefully we can get up front.
Well done to Gavin Harlan. That shortened race, Robbie Gordon finished in 2nd place. His 6th top 3 of the season in that Speed Energy entry. And Ari Leindyke Jr. finished in 3rd. We'll take a very short break. Round number 6 is coming up right after this at Long Beach. We're back at Long Beach. An amazing afternoon of racing coming up here for round number 6 of this year's Speed Energy Stadium Super Trucks on CBS Sports today. Matt Nolte and Sean Sermony with you for race number 2. And we're getting set. Different conditions to yesterday. We've repaired the trucks from overnight, and now we get set for the final race with Aaron Bumbach off pole position.
Right next to him is Abdali Lopez. Row number 2, Bill Hines and Paul Morris. Both of them having a little bit of trouble in race number 1. Hoffman Didi, Eric Davis, Cole Potts, Blade Hildebrand, and Davey Hamilton Jr. starting towards the back of the pack. Then, of course, as we go faster and faster, the guys that did really well in race number 1, they're penalized by going all the way to the back. So that means Ari Leindyke Jr., Matty Brabham, Gavin Harlan, and Robbie Gordon. Those are the guys that are punished for being so fast on round number 1. So let's go down to the starting grid here, and there's number 55. Round 1 here this weekend in Long Beach, your winner, Gavin Harlan. There is Cole Potts in the HallmarkTrust.com, number 60. He's ready to rock. And, of course, Jeff Hoffman in the number 47. He is chasing the colors of the Live United Fiber and Data truck. And Abdali Lopez, he was upside down, but he's right side up here for round number 2 here in Long Beach.
They worked late in the night last night to fix up the number 18 truck, and he's back in the field. A capacity field, a capacitive crowd here today too, ready for race number 2 in round 8 of the Speed Energy Stadium Super Trucks for 2018. Aaron Bumbach, he only makes guest appearances in the series. He leads the field away and has a massive margin going down to turn number 1 as these 14 trucks settle into a groove here.
As you said, Aaron Bumbach, only with a few races here and there, but he is a road course specialist, street course specialist on the asphalt here. Very, very talented driver. He can drive the wheels off of anything. This weekend is his first weekend here in Long Beach, in the streets of Long Beach. A lot of these guys have years of experience in different classes and stuff here. So curious to see what Bumbach's going to bring to the table starting up front.
First time he'd been on pole position since Toronto back in 2014. Lopez goes with him. There's Bill Hines and Paul Morris going through the right-hander. So UFD's running 3rd, 4th and 5th at the moment. But watch the back of the field for the likes of Gordon, Brabham and Ari Leindyke to come through the field too. He started near back in this race as Hines fancies a look down the inside, can't do it there.
So you see these guys playing nice and calm with each other within reason. And the first opening laps here, Lopez right behind Bumbach. Bumbach out there in the strategic staffing solutions truck, looking good and comfortable. Hildebrand goes the inside of Davis. Not too much contact there. We've seen some big issues in that turn over the years. Last year, Davis got hard in the wall there. This year, he stayed clear of it. But going into that section, turns 8 into 9, a lot of action between those two with big high speeds up in the middle. There's 3 wide. Brabham to the inside of Hamilton Jr. Jr.'s backing off a little bit. Once again, not a ton of contact. Very surprising in that one. I don't normally expect that type of thing to happen.
Now, Davis landed sideways down at Pine Avenue, and that truck's been dropping back through the field as the laps evolved here. And that always evolving number 75 through the hairpin, but Aaron Bumbach leads us through. Lopez reigned in second position. Oh no, contact again against the wall, and lucky this time for Didi that Hildebrand was on the left-hand side. We could have had another roll over there.
If Hildebrand wasn't where he was at the time, Didi got so squirrely, he would have been undoubtedly up on his roof, but Hildebrand, being the nice guy that he is, able to help him out there. So big contact right there. See up on 3 wheels for our leaders. And look, here's a replay of it coming down the front. You see Didi sideways. He gets into Hildebrand, pumps Hildebrand to the wall, then says, you know what? I'm going to give you one more. Gets up on 2 wheels. See, here we are on board with Troy Didi. Oh, I'm sorry, on board with Hildebrand. Didi gets into him. Hildebrand has nowhere to go. Gets into him again. So Blade Hildebrand all on his own and just getting beat up out there.
And all the while, Harlan was a big winner, getting 2 spots there as through turn number 5, the run to 6. So the elbows are up, Harlan on Didi. And Didi goes back 2 positions, and now Matt Brabham starts to turn up the temperature in that De Vilbius Hawk performance, number 83, searching for another win here. He won the final race at Adelaide this year, but on target at the moment. Your series leader heading down towards turn number 8.
Get right now to the inside of Hines. Ari Leyendyk Jr., he hits by quick, nice and smooth. Brabham does the same as we hop on board with Bill Hines. Bill Hines puts it in 3rd gear. He's wide open, going down underneath and through the convention center here. This is, we were talking about a lot of big braking issues right here. That is Potts, Brabham, Leyendyk Jr., they all get through there clean. They got a lot of room to make up, but keep in mind, folks, we still have mandatory competition caution around the corner, so that's going to pack the pack back up again here very soon.
Really tricky, that ramp. You've got to aim the truck at a different angle for that left-hander as we see some side-by-side action. Look at this crowd here today, Sam. We love coming to Long Beach, and they have stuck around for this incredible series, the final race of the weekend as they come through to complete another lap.
How about the Hoff? Let's talk about just a while back. The Hoff was not quite where he needed to be. Now he's right where he needs to strike. He's going after Bumbach. He's got the dude right behind him. He's got the talent. He's been waiting for a win. It's his 2nd year in Stadium Super Trucks. This might be the opportunity for him to be up on top of the box.
I love what we've seen so far. Variety of winners. There's a new wave, as we said at the top of the show, coming through Speed Energy Stadium Super Trucks. And it's really starting to show as we enter the busy part of this year's series. We're heading to Perth in Western Australia for the next round of Speed Energy Stadium Super Trucks. And then the big back-to-back races with Detroit and Texas. A combination of a street circuit, then back to a super speedway with a dirt track in the middle. We've got everything in this series.
Here we are on board with the headstrong De Vilbius, number 83. Matty Brab, 2nd in points for 2017. Points leader right now in 2018. He files in behind Abdali Lopez. Abdali Lopez is right behind Cole Potts. Big gap in between them and the top 3. There is the Hoff and Bumbach going back and forth. So a good battle for the lead right now. And who's watching all of that unravel? The number 1, your current champion, Paul the Dude Morris. He's watching your top 2 go back and forth, just saying, one of these guys is going to make a mistake, and I'm going to drive right by.
On board now with Leyendyk Jr. on the run to the right-handed, down the inside of Lopez he goes, so he's going with Brabham. They started near each other at the back of the field, so Ari, who finished 3rd yesterday, still yet to win a race in Spin Energy Stadium Super Trucks. You get the feeling that's not too far away this year in this 5-prong attack from UFD.
Look at the smoke off of Brabham. Oh, Ari Leyendyk Jr., he gets into the back of the Brabham, a little bumper-to-bumper action right there as they open it up, 2nd gear, wide open down the front stretch. Potts, front end low, he's hitting that wide open. And then look at Leyendyk Jr. pulls the ripcord and the hood goes flying.
Where do you look? There's bits and pieces going everywhere, and now we've got a challenge for the lead because Bumbach landed weird. It's now going to be 3 wide going to turn number 1 because Paul Morris, your defending Stadium Super Trucks champion, is in this, but Hoffman takes the lead now in turn number 1. The dude's up to 2nd.
Look at, we're on board with the Hoff, looking back right now at Paul Morris behind him, Aaron Bumbach. Great battle for the lead right now. As we talked earlier though, the Hoff, it's time for him to win. He's ready to be on top of the box. This could be his chance. We're 4 of 10 laps in right now with the Hoff out in front, looking really comfortable as they're slowly making their way to the first mandatory competition caution.
Could we have our 2nd newest winner in as many days here in Speed Energy Stadium Super Trucks? Hoffman, Morris and Bumbach, and now Brabham to the inside. He pushes the door open on Cole Potts' Hallmark Trust.com entry.
Look how calm Brabham is inside the cab of that truck. He's so mellow. He's not making any moves that aren't unnecessary. Even getting in, having a little contact with Potts. Oh boy, look at that. Ari Leyendijk loses the hood, which is not necessarily a mechanical issue, and then something.
What's on the rear?
Oh, the rear end. Yeah, definitely broke the rear end there. So landing hard off these ramps, boom, right here. He's okay. Hood comes off, lands. Everything seems to be all right, and then as he's going down the straight, what's happening? He's like, I have no idea what's going on. There's no one got into me. No one's going by me. Still wondering what exactly happened as he's trying to bring that truck under control, working the brake pedal there.
Can you believe the luck this guy's having after being on the podium yesterday in race number 3? Great time for the competition caution to come as the Textron leads the field around. We'll take a break with Hoffman, Morris and Bumbach, your top 3 in round 6 of Speed Energy Stadium Super Trucks. Competition caution is done and we're set for race number 2 in round 6 of the Speed Energy Stadium Super Trucks from Long Beach. The green flag comes back out and a brand new leader leads us down the main straight. His name is Jeff Hoffman.
Oh, the Hoff, he's looking so good, man. On the gas, looking comfortably. He's been watching a lot of his buddies. He's grown up with racing and racing in the series as well, winning some racing stuff. Now it's his turn, it's his time. Right behind him, it is Paul the Dude Morris to the inside of Bombach. It is Brabham, not able to make that stick. But look at, we still got Harlan, he's moving up. Hildebrand, he's moving up. So a lot of racing left to go here. It's a single file, nice and easy. Everyone going around the fountain. As I said earlier in the show, a lot of green thumbs get growing in here. Not too many getting off into the weeds. That was our punishment. That's why we have to go after IndyCar now, because we had completely taken the flower bed out years ago. But now we keep the people bellied up to the fences all day long as we hop on board with Matty Brabos. And that's the DeVillibus Headstrong, number 83, to the inside of the number 3 of Bombach. Can he make it stick? Yes, he does. Nice, clean pass. We've seen a lot of those out of Brabham so far today. And there is the Hoff, the Dude. Brabham's in P3. So the Brabham, he is moving up, and he's moving up nice and slowly and methodically. He's making it happen. Exactly
what I was just about to say. You don't see much of him until about now when he comes from the back of the field, which he does 99.76% of the time in his career. He now finds himself at the pointy end in 3rd position. As down to turn number 9 we go with Hoffman, Morris and Brabham, your top 3. Potts and Bumbach being pressured now by Harlan and Blade Hildebrand. One of the new rookies, one of the new stars coming into Speed Energy Stadium Super Trucks, as he'll have the better line here going down into that final hairpin.
And there is a bunch of them all filing in. I'm surprised how mellow they're playing it within reason. Not a ton of contact. They're kind of playing nice with one another. I don't expect that to last for the entire second half of the race here, but so far it's been pretty good. I'm also expecting Blade Hildebrand to be losing a hood here sooner than later.
You like tempting fate, don't you, at times?
I certainly do, man. I tell you, the kid's been running hard this last lap and a half like that, but eventually something's got to give, and I can't imagine that hood staying on much longer.
They go past the stricken Ari Leyendijk Jr. number 25 truck. His race is done here. There's the doorless number 1, your defending champion of Paul Morris, right behind Matt Brabham now. We stay on board with Hoffman, around past the waterfall, and down as this right-hander we go at half race distance. So much still to play out here.
Look at these guys all the way up in the wall. You see tire rubber from laps earlier. They use every bit of the track, and so does Troy Deedy. As you see him spun around there. Weird how that incident happened. I think we got a replay here. On board with Bill Hines. It is Deedy and Lopez. Deedy gets into Lopez.
Oh, wow.
What? Oh my God, I thought he just spun around. The two of them with some big contact. Here we are on board with Deedy. He gets back and forth into Lopez. Upside down.
The slowest rollover you'll see. The field went past. This is the view from Lopez. So they go side by side. They bang wheels, and all of a sudden, the 441 is on its roof. And Lopez lucky not to get any more damage there.
Wow, Deedy should have put a Hi Mom sticker in the bottom of that truck. As they struggle to get through that section together. They were talking about earlier, Blade Hildebrand should be coming off right about now.
Perfect.
There we go. So the number 68 still moving forward. What a wild ride there for Deedy and Lopez. But here we are, coming down towards the last handful of laps of this race, about 4 to go. Here we are on board with Hoffman, the Hoff, the number 47. Replay XD camera shooting back at Matty Brabham right now. The two of them running very well and kind of on their own.
And Brabham, we jump on board with now the Bilbis number 83. Sized him up for a look down the inside. Hoffman will make him work for this. Hoffman wants his first win, but Brabham wants his second of the season, and he puts truck 83 to the lead here on lap 7.
The passes Brabham's been making today, they're clean passes. It's almost like they're leaving the door open. He's just so mellow on the pedals, man. Like I've said before, like he has eggshells under the pedals. Good touch on the brake. He doesn't get on the gas too early. He's nice and mellow, nice and calm. The only moves he makes in the cab of that truck are the ones that count. He's not making any mistakes, and boy, he is just making it look easy.
Blade Hildebrand's having a day out here too, and that Empire Racing number 68. He runs in third with Cole Potts. Coming down to that left-hander into turn number 6. The competition caution, the second and final one, is only a moment away here, and then Brabham will lead us back, hopefully, to take his second win, but Hoffman in the box seat right now.
As we bring it into turn number 8, that is where the mandatory competition will come out. That is the second and final mandatory caution for race number 2 here in Long Beach. There's your top 5 right now. Matty Brabham, Hoffman, Hildebrand, Potts, and Morris. We'll be right back with you from the streets of Long Beach.
It's the closing stages of race number 2 and round 6 of the Speed Energy Stadium Super Trucks here today at Long Beach as the green flag waves. Your series leader, Matt Brabham, is leading Hoffman, Hildebrand, Potts, and Morris as we get going for the final segment.
It's been a wild ride here for race 1 and 2 in Long Beach, and we're down to the nitty-gritty. Lap 8 of 10, we've got hoods flying off, guys going 3 wide. Brabham still out in the lead. I thought the Hoff was going to give a little extra, but who's in the mix right now? Blade Hildebrand, not just for his win, he's looking for his first podium as he puts a lot of pressure on the number 47 right there. So Hildebrand, this is his time, man. He's been slowly and methodically moving up through the pack. We haven't talked a lot about him yet today, and all of a sudden here he is in a podium position.
Now Brabham starts to turn the pace up a bit here. He was nice with his passes before, but now he wants to put a margin on the field to jump on board with Cole Potts in the HallmarkTrust.com entry, looking for the move down the inside here of Blade Hildebrand, minus the hood off his Empire Racing number 68.
Look at these guys. We got Brabham. He's kind of like an old vet in this class, but then we got some of the new guys. We got the Hoff, we got Hildebrand, we got Potts. I mean, look at the lineup here of the young talent. We got Gavin Harlan in the mix. So the kind of almost a changing of the guards for the podium here in the last year or so with so much young talent as we come down to the last final laps of this race.
Look at the margin Brabham's got already. Here's Hildebrand. Here's Hildebrand. He's going to unload Hoffman down the bottom turn here, and they both go off. Podium positions go beckoning for Hoffman and Hildebrand.
Wow, so they get hooked together. It could possibly be not having the hood on there. Just a small mistake. Here we are on board with Hoffman. Hildebrand gets into him and gets hooked together, and it was all over. There goes your podium dreams right there for race 2 in Long Beach. Here's one more look. We're on board with Hildebrand. Gets it. Oh.
And it's just locked. You can see him shaking his head. I can't do anything about this. I'm stuck in the back of the 47, and that drops him right out of contention, but puts Cole Potts now into a podium position as we go down to turn number 1, and suddenly Robbie Gordon's here.
Right in the mix there is Gordon, that Toyo Tires number 7. So now all of a sudden how quickly things have changed. Dropping all the way back to 11th and 12th is Hildebrand and Hoffman. So they go from 2nd and 3rd, looking at a great podium spot all the way back to the last 2 finishers on the track out of that haven't DNF'd yet. And now there we are, we're looking at Gordon. He's still got a lot of room to make up yet, but out in front, Matty Brabs, Cole Potts, and Harlan. So great weekend so far for Harlan, winning race number 1 here in Long Beach this weekend. Now looking at a possible podium again. So exciting stuff coming out of the Harlan camp.
Super impressed with Cole Potts this year, the 23-year-old from Minnesota originally, these days called Scottsdale, Arizona home. Race winner in only his 2nd start on the streets of Adelaide in Australia this year, and runs 2nd to Matt Brabham right now as he weaves his way down the backside of the circuit with 1.5 laps to go.
Now look at Brabham, nice, calm, cool. Look at Potts, a little bit twitchy in there, nothing major. Potts, one of those guys that all he does when he's in the truck, out of the truck, at dinner, in the paddock, at the hotel, all he does is think about what he can do to go faster. And I guarantee he's doing that right now. His full 110% concentration on catching the number 83. I think we're going to be seeing the white flag coming out here momentarily.
So here is Matt Brabham starting the final lap of Speed Energy Stadium Super Trucks here today at Long Beach. An incredible season last year, 15 podiums, 5 race wins, He really is the guy they're going to be chasing in season 2018. But Cole Potts hasn't given up just yet.
No, he hasn't, and he won't. He's going to take it right down to the nitty-gritty. Potts running really strong, starting off his first street circuit in Adelaide not long ago, winning the race here. He knows he's got what it takes, but then look at, there is Robbie Gordon, the Toyo Tires number 7. Just took me a minute. We're on board with Morris here. Gordon starting all the way towards the back of the pack and running really well. 14th position, moving all the way up now in what could be a podium spot for him. So great run for him so far. Impressive stuff. It's just, I love to sit back sometimes and just watch Brabham drive. You very seldomly see a mistake. He's so calm, he's so cool, he's collected in that truck. It's just exciting just to watch him do what he does. He's a master of his craft.
It's the ultimate Sunday drive as he starts to have some fun here on the final lap. Cole Potts, race winner like we said at Adelaide, lets it swing out towards the wall here on the back straight, underneath the Arts Centre and down to the final turn. You're right about Gordon. That was an impressive run from the back of the field too. A couple of retirees at the early parts of these races, but now we push back to the field. There is Gordon, Morris, Bumbuck, who started from pole position earlier today in this race. But Matt Brabham is coming around to pick up another win and become our only repeat winner in Speed Energy Stadium Super Trucks in season 2018. His dad won in Formula Atlantic racing here back in the 80s, and now the Brabham legacy continues as Matt Brabham takes the checkered flag in the final race of the day here in Long Beach.
What a run for him. The checkered flag flies. You see Cole Potts fist pumping in the air over the finish line. He's stoked about his second place right there. So good run for him. Gavin Harlan as well as we hop on board with our winner here as he waves to the crowd. Great stuff out of Matty Brabs.
And what a weekend too for Gavin Harlan as well as this very vocal crowd here at Long Beach. Very receptive to what they've seen, and now we start the party down here in turn number 1. Matt Brabham picks up the final race in round 6 of Speed Energy Stadium Super Trucks. We'll come back and check in with our podium right after this.
Stadium Super Trucks on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by Speed Energy. Fuel the need for speed. And by United Fiber and Data, ingenuity in infrastructure.
If you haven't been to Long Beach, come down and check it out one day. It really is one of the cool destinations on our calendar as we see the winning truck of today's race. Matt Brabham, the Bilbis, number 83, collecting the win from Cole Potts and Gavin Harlan, who won yesterday. Robbie Gordon, Paul Morris, Aaron Bumbuck in 6, back to Hamilton Jr., Eric Davis, Abdali Lopez, and Bill Hines, couple of retirees down the bottom in race number 6.
Oh man, that was incredible. I mean, it was just a shame yesterday we got cut short because I was starting last. Didn't have enough time to come through the front, and today we got the full race, and that was just my main goal today, is just to get through the crowd, get through all the accidents. I knew there would be people going for it today, so I got out in front early, and that was just the key to my success for the race. So just great time out there, so much fun. The fans are awesome here, and yeah, the Villas truck on the podium is just awesome.
And there's our points for after round number 6. Brabham in the lead, all the way down to Ari Light Jr. in number 5 spot. Let's take a moment and go down to our second place finisher, Cole Potts.
The race was chaotic, to say the least. Starting mid-pack, I mean, you could either win the thing or lose this thing in the first corner, so just kind of kept it contained with all the chaos going around the track. Kept on 4 wheels, worked on my corners throughout that whole race, tried to hit the rubber lines, and try to be smooth most of all and save my brakes. And that's what got us here, and I'm you know what, winning or getting on the podium at Long Beach is amazing. I can't imagine winning being even that much more amazing. Just once you're on that podium, it's a great feeling, and it's a special place. And I'm looking forward to come back here. I'm excited. I really want this championship. It's going to be tough with Matty Brabham and Gavin Harlan. They're top competitors, as well as Robbie Gordon. But you know, I really got to thank Toyo Tires, Method Race Wheels, Rugged Radios, Baja Designs, and King Shocks, for helping me out and getting me here.
Long Beach again has served up a bit of everything here in 2018 with a new winner and a guy who looks hungrier than ever for a series crown. The next event is back down under in Perth, Western Australia in May. Head to StadiumSuperTrucks.com. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Stadium Supertrucks. For Sean Cermony, I'm Matt Nolte. It's goodbye from Long Beach.